Hello, my name is Precious Chikore. I am the Marketing Officer for St. Giles Medical Rehabilitation Center. I'm excited to be talking to you about St. Giles to let you know what we do. There are so many myths and so many assumptions about what St. Giles does. Yes, indeed, we are a medical rehabilitation center that offers medical rehabilitation to both adults and kids. But there's something special about St. Giles. What makes St. Giles special? It is our capability and capacity that we have to rebuild lives. We help you in your recovery journey. So for us at St. Giles, we've got a wide variety of services that we offer. We are a private voluntary organization registered with the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare, and we are non-profit making. This means we rely solely on donations on everything that we do. We do offer different rehabilitation services to both adults and kids, as said before. So these include physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, and hydrotherapy as well. For our patients, we offer in and outpatient admission, which means patients can come through to St. Giles to get rehabilitation services while they are housed at St. Giles. And also patients can come from home every day getting their rehabilitation services. For us at St. Giles, we've got a heart for people. We are here to help you in your recovery journey. We have different people that we have assisted, and we have different people who have testimonies of their journey at St. Giles. The conditions that we treat at St. Giles vary depending if they are an adult or a child. Some of the conditions for adults are acquired, and some for children, they're actually born with it. Some of these children have different disabilities, which include cerebral palsy, hydrocephalus, spina bifida. Some are deaf, some are dumb, some are even blind. Our nursing care is such that these children are well taken care of. Most of our children in the ward are donor funded. We do receive donor funds for scholarships for these children, including some donations for their food and their welfare. And we are quite appreciative, and we are grateful to our donors who assist us with different donations from all over the world and in Zimbabwe, including the corporates in Zimbabwe. We also offer clinic services. In our clinic services, it's for outpatient services. We do have a resident doctor who can assist you if you need any healthcare services. We do have our workshop. Like I said, St. Giles is a non-profit making. Hence, everything we do should be cost effective. So our workshop has been established such that they do the maintenance within the center. We've got a carpenter. We've got someone who does steel making. We also have a plumber and an electrician. So any maintenance issues that are needed at St. Giles will be done internally. This is such that our costs remain minimal. We also have established a mobility aid section. This is just to boost revenue for the center. In our mobility aid section, we offer mobility aids, which include wheelchairs, your crutches, your walking stick, your walking frames. Anything that you may need to aid your mobility is available at St. Giles. Additionally, we also have a garden. It is a small garden, but we are trying to grow it. This garden will supply our needs for the kitchen each and every day, such that our patients will have healthy meals every day.
So here at St. Giles, we offer physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and speech and language therapy to both adults and kids. In occupational therapy, what we do in adult occupational therapy, we specialize in helping adults recover and re-engage in their activities of daily living, such as bathing, grooming, self-care, and also even going back to their previous areas of occupations in terms of work and productivity. So what we do is we facilitate attainment of certain barriers or certain disorders that have developed after having an injury, an accident, or even a neurological condition such as a stroke. So what we do is we try to bridge the gap between being unable to do things and being able to do things. So that's what we do, and we ensure people are independent after they've attended occupational therapy sessions. And then in the pediatric occupational therapy unit, what we do is we facilitate development of milestones so that our kids are able to play and do age-appropriate milestones that they're supposed to do, such as being able to interact with their surroundings, being able to interact with others, being able to interact with families, and also being able to even socially participate in various family or social events that also happen in their environments. And then moving on to physiotherapy department, we have the adult physiotherapy department that also takes care of people who have also gone through neurological conditions such as stroke, spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, and they help them to attain their gross motor function skills that allows them to mobilize, that is walking, rolling, coming up to sitting, being able to sit independently, and also even be able to mobilize in their various environments. And in pediatric physiotherapy unit, they also help the kids to attain gross motor and fine motor milestones that they're supposed to do, that is rolling, coming up to sitting, crawling, standing, and also walking. So that's what they do. And then we also have the speech therapy and language therapy unit that also helps the adult and the kids as well. So in adult speech therapy, this helps patients who have gone through neurological issues that affect speech and language and even swallowing. So they do activities that helps to strengthen the oral structures, that is the muscles of the mouth, the tongue, to help them be able to swallow, communicate, verbalize their feelings or whatever that they need, so that they're able to communicate effectively with the people in their surrounding environments. And then in pediatric section, they also help kids that have also gone through various conditions, either they were born with it or they acquired through, for example, traumatic brain injuries. So they help the kids to be able to communicate age-appropriate needs and wants that they're supposed to communicate to their caregivers. We also have the hydrotherapy department that also helps people with various musculoskeletal problems, be it pain, be it limited range of motion, be it stiffness. And with this hydrotherapy pool, it has warmed or heated water that helps to relax the muscles and ensure flexibility in terms of exercises. We also use this hydrotherapy to help even sports people who also want to exercise and be able to do various activities in controlled conditions.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackie Jambao. I'm the social worker at St. Giles Medical Rehabilitation Center. So our main role as a social work department is to coordinate rehabilitation, and we use the holistic approach here at St. Giles. So that means we are part of the multidisciplinary team, which has our specialist doctors, OTs, physios, and speech therapists. So we work with adults and children with different various conditions who come in for rehabilitation, whether they're inpatients or they're outpatients. So if they come in, we first do our assessments, and some of the things that we offer them is psychosocial support, explaining to them their condition and the journey that they will be going through, so that they have an understanding of the rehab, as it is usually something that is new to them. So we work with them from admission up to discharge, as well as doing follow-ups when they are discharged. So we also have a boarding facility that houses children from different parts of Zimbabwe, and these children are usually from disadvantaged families. So we help them with facilitating funding for them to be able to be in the boarding and also to attend therapies. At the center, we also have a special school, so those children are able to benefit both from the school educational side and the therapy division as well. We also help some of our clients who are disadvantaged. Sometimes their rehab journey can be cut short because of finances. So we also facilitate funding them. Donors will be able to push them so that they're able to stay longer at the center and be able to go back in the community when they've gained some functional independence.
I am Matron Nyapokoto. I'm the matron at St. Giles. I'm in charge of the wards, and our ward is a 32-bedded ward comprising of different types of rooms. We have private ensuites, non-ensuites, single rooms, we have double rooms, we have the main ward where we admit a number of patients in one ward. So we cater for everyone in terms of financial background. We get our patients from all over Zimbabwe, and even outside Zimbabwe, like Mozambique, Zambia. And our patients should have been referred by a doctor at least. So we get our patients from private hospitals, from private doctors, from public institutions, and even those who have been referred by friends from home after hearing of St. Giles. Then the conditions which we admit quite a number of conditions like CVA, stroke patients, patients with head injuries, spinal injuries, Guillain-Barré syndrome, patients with bowel problems, bladder problems, speech problems. So we specialize in about 2 areas in the wards. That is bed sore management and bladder and bowel retraining. On bed sore management, when patients are admitted to St. Giles, they do not develop bed sores whilst in the ward. We treat those bed sores which would have been created somewhere else. So, for example, those patients with stroke, they are not able to turn themselves whilst in bed. And even the patients with the spinal injuries, they are not able to turn themselves in bed. So they are liable to bed sores. So we treat those bed sores created somewhere else using modern methods of treatment, what we call vac therapy or negative pressure therapy. Those are machines which are used to draw excess fluid from wounds, thereby hastening the healing process. We also have a nursing home facility where we admit patients who need nursing care only. For example, those who are terminally ill, like patients with cancer.
So at St. Giles, being a private voluntary organization, our funding is quite limited. So we've also created a way to raise money to substitute our funding. So we have a lot of fundraising activities that we carry out throughout the year. Let me bring some to your attention. We've got the Cerebral Palsy Marathon, which we conduct every year in March. This is a marathon where we're just creating awareness of cerebral palsy as one of the ailments that we treat in our pediatric unit. 90% of the kids in our pediatric unit suffer from cerebral palsy and other anomalies. We also have our golf day. This is an annual charity golf day, which we host every year in June. In September, we've got our annual charity dinner. And in November, we've got the Wellness Day, where we're just creating awareness on wellness issues. I just want to encourage someone. Many a time, people shun away from getting rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is the important part of your recovery journey. I'd like to encourage people out there to come through to St. Giles to get assistance. We've got a social work department that can assist you with your needs and also for you to be able to get your rehabilitation services. I would also want to encourage people to join our membership association. St. Giles is a private voluntary organization, and most of the things that we do here come from donations. So for you to come through as a member, it will be a joy to us. Join our membership, support St. Giles. It will give you a chance to be in our board of directors. It will give you a chance to volunteer to St. Giles. It's part of your philanthropic work. I would also just want to say to you, everyone is a candidate to come to St. Giles. So let us hold fort and join together in this journey of rebuilding lives. Thank you very much.